Hey guys, how is it going? I hope everyone is all right whenever you tune in and see this. So we're going to be doing a Bones and Charms general reading for both the last two signs of February. So we're going to start with Capricorn and then go into Aquarius. I will be providing timestamps later after the live is done for some people who may just want Capricorn or who may just want Aquarius. All right. So again, everyone is welcome here, regardless of where you may have Capricorn and Aquarius in your individual birth chart. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and check the sound here. Make sure we're going live on Facebook publicly and all that good stuff, and then we'll go ahead and see what messages Spirit has for both the signs. All right. So make sure that's public. Okay, and then we go to YouTube and check our sound. Okay, so sound is good. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. The Bones and Charms have been kind of resting over here with the crystals for a little bit before I turn the camera on. And we are going to do a sound bell real quickly here to ground ourselves, to take a couple of minutes to just kind of connect in with your body, to make sure that I am also connected to my guides, and I am delivering the messages as clearly and as simply as possible to you guys. All right, so you can feel free to take a couple of deep breaths if you feel guided, but you don't have to, of course. And if you're sensitive to sound, you can turn it down for just a little bit. All right, but we're kind of just clearing the energy and kind of tapping in to, we're starting with Capricorn. All right, so this is going to be for Capricorn for February 2025. I think that was a nice, good one to open up the energy. All right, and we're also going to do just a little bit of incense here to also kind of clear the energy. I have this matchstick incense, and it's short. It's not like a very long stick, so it's kind of perfect when I'm having the allergies, which I always tend to have. All right, so we use sound, we use intention, and if you can, we use smoke to clear energy, right? So again, we're just clearing the bones and charms. We already did intention and we did sound, okay? Also for you guys, yes. All right, a little bit for me as well. And let's not burn our mat. That would be good. All right. So I'm going to put this little incense to the side here. Let it do its thing. So you can kind of see a little bit of the mat here. If you're familiar, you already know, right? But I used to do it without the mat, and I feel like a lot of people just like this visual. They can refer back to the picture that I always post for every sign. Even when I'm doing individual readings, people like kind of to understand it a little bit better. So we've been using the mat for some time, so I'll go over all the different sections in a little bit. But first I need to shuffle the bones and charms. They're in this bowl. So again, it gets a little bit loud, not as loud as the sound bell, but it's a little loud, but it's just in the beginning of the reading. So just bear with me, and thank you for your patience and understanding. All right, so spirits guide my hands to spirits guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn, the goats, for their highest good for February. Messages for Capricorn for February for their highest good. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? Messages for Capricorn for February for their highest good. Capricorn. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for Capricorn, the goats for February for their highest good. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? Spirits guide my hands. Messages for Capricorn, the goats for February for their highest good. Messages for Capricorn. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for Capricorn. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn, the goats for their highest good for February. What does Capricorn the goat need to see, need to know for their highest good? Messages for Cappy. Messages for Capricorn, Earth sign Capricorn for February for their highest good. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for Capricorn. Messages for Capricorn. Messages for Capricorn. Earth sign Capricorn for February 2025. For their highest good. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for Capricorn. Messages for Capricorn. Messages for Capricorn for their highest good for February. Messages for Capricorn. Spirits guide my hands and messages for Capricorn. Okay. So, just want to make sure none of them went too far. Looks pretty good. And we're going to turn that down. I have background music lightly for the dogs to chill out and also for me so it's not super quiet. All right, so if you see me turning the music up and down on the phone, that's what I'm doing. But you guys have my full attention. And right now I'm just flipping over some of the bones and charms that I can before I bring the camera all the way down and hold it so you can see it from my perspective. But first, like I said, I like to flip over the ones that I can. So when I do bring the camera down, it's kind of easier to see. Now the ones that have fallen off of the black and white mat and are on the red and white, this is still in those lined sections, the 4 sections that we'll go over. It just means it's in the past. So if I'm bringing something closer in from all the way out here, it doesn't change the meaning. It's just bringing it closer so we can see it better, okay? All right, let's see. What else can I lightly flip over without messing anything up? All right. Excuse me, guys. Let's see what else. Do this one. Okay. Very gentle. I think that looks pretty good. I'll move this one up so we can see a little bit better there. Okay, so the rest of them we will flip over if we need to as we go, because again, sometimes the charms kind of fall upside down, so to speak. So let's go ahead and take our picture for Capricorn and put again a little background music in going on, and let's now bring the camera all the way down so you guys can see everything better. So we're gonna go for a little camera ride around. Okay, so Capricorn. You know, the majority of your bones and charms here, as we can see, have fallen in these two sections. So this is body and mental health, and this is relationships and love. And again, these four kind of dotted lines are going to be separating these different sections. So if you've been here before, you may already know, but for new people or people who haven't been here in a while, this reading could be about you, Capricorn. It could be about someone you're dealing with, multiple people, or just kind of your general environment situation. But I say always use your own intuition and take the parts of the reading that may make sense to you and resonate, and leave the parts out that don't. Since this is a general reading meant for multiple people, not an individual one-on-one reading, okay? And again, everyone is welcome regardless of where they may have Capricorn in their chart. You could be a sun sign Capricorn, you could have your moon in Capricorn, you could be a rising or ascendant Capricorn, you could have your Venus in Capricorn, you could have your Jupiter, your Neptune, your Saturn. It's, you know, all over kind of the options, okay? But hopefully there is a message here for you, okay? So now, I usually do it before I take the camera down, but it doesn't necessarily matter. I can do it with one hand. But I want to hover this hand over all the bones and charms and figure out where Spirit wants me to start, okay? Because it is different for every reading. So just bear with me for one moment while we do that. All right. Take a deep breath here. Spirits, guide my hands. Spirits, guide my hands. Where would you like me to start this Capricorn reading? I'm really strong here. Let's see. Spirits, where would you like me to start this Capricorn reading? Yep, it's right here. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. I felt the energy drawn to the body and mental. And if we get closer here, Capricorn, you can kind of see, and I'll flip over the other one, but both of your skulls ended up in this section, okay? So what does that mean, right? Where a skull falls in a reading can tell us a lot about where someone's mind is at, where it was, or where it may be in the future, or current, present energies. So both of yours this time, because I have two in my kit here, ended up in body and mental health. Okay, so this could be about your body and mental health, Capricorn, or someone else's, or yours and someone else's, vice versa, etc. Again, it just depends on each person. But yeah, somebody could be thinking a lot about their overall health here, or someone else's. And it's kind of like, how does my health or someone else's affect my environment, that then also crosses over into relationships and love, okay? Since these things are kind of touching each other and they are on the line, so they also apply over here. But we're going to first start here and keep in mind kind of with the overall health here, okay? But when we also think about overall health, a lot of times people will say mind, mental, body, and spirit. Okay, spirit would be over here, and we have some things that are crossing into the spiritual unconscious. So it is kind of overall health, but here it's talking about more, how does the health inform or help or deflate or not help our relationships, okay? So just kind of keep that in the background, all right? But what's really interesting here, Capricorn, is we see this first raccoon penis bone is coming in here, and this represents masculine energy, and it's kind of hugging the first skull, or one of the skulls that we have here. So one could be chewing over and digesting, right? Again, how their health affects their environment. Also, with the coffin charm over here, this is one of my symbols. I got 3 or 4 different ones that represent passed on loved ones, friends, family, ancestors, spirit guides, guardian angels. Okay, could also be someone's thinking heavily about this, right? So if it is people that have passed on, maybe it makes us think about our own mortality, right? If we're all have been born, at some point we will all die, right? And so how we take care of course, our body and mind and our spirit can sometimes alter or change that, for better or worse, so to speak, right? But here I see, Capricorn, that someone's thinking a lot about how to bring balance into these areas, balance between the mind and the body, here with the balance scales. This could have something to do with a Libra, or during Libra season, or maybe even where you have Libra in your chart or someone else's, okay? But it's really just about that equal give and take, striving for justice and fairness. Okay, and then I really like here that we have the dog ankle bone is touching the balance scale. So this represents flexibility. So how can we have more flexibility, flexibility. Sometimes my words get funny. That's why coffee is important. But yeah, how can we be flexible in our body physically, but also how can we be flexible with our mental health and have good mental overall health, right? So I definitely like that. Now, when we go this way too, there's a lot of new ideas that may be coming in here or already here, okay, with that lightning bolt. And when we have the star here too, laying on top of that raccoon penis bone, it's like, how do we follow our North Star or someone else or multiple people, general environment situation in terms of our health, okay? Because now, before we finish this part, I want to go back a little bit in the past here. And I know the sun was kind of blowing that out. You couldn't see before. Excuse me. So I'm going to put my pen down. If you can kind of see where that dotted line, it's going to extend out for us as well. Okay, so it's still in these sections and right on the line, so they apply. Okay, so you have a little bit of the human tooth bone all the way out here. Again, anytime we see teeth, whether it's an animal tooth or a human tooth, it's chewing over and digesting something, right? And then when we see, obviously, the really big piece here, the biggest one, is this irresponsibility coin here, Capricorn. So this could be saying that someone or some energy, if it's not you or another person, perhaps was not very responsible in terms of their body or their mental health. So it's not a judgment thing. We all have times where we do that, right? But it could also serve as a catalyst. So if someone was not being responsible with their body or their mental health, that maybe that's why these new ideas and this balance was really trying and is coming in, because it needed to change things up and shake things up here from the past. Now we also have Cupid half in the past and then the present current energies. That is my symbol for all forms of love, okay? So whether it's romantic love or platonic love with friends or family, or even self-love, it's love. And so it's like the people that care about you, there's something about them pointing to this irresponsibility in the past, and perhaps they were like, well, if you're not going to do it for yourself or take care of yourself for yourself, then do it for me, right? And again, this could be you or someone else or multiple people, general environment situation, okay? Now, when we also look back here in the past to see what is on that dotted line, and I'll just move the pen over now, is we've got the sun charm here at Capricorn, we have the freedom cuffs, and then we have the rope, right? And we also have the raccoon claw, and then we have the masculine charm down here. So we'll just do one at a time a little bit. But basically what this is saying, Capricorn, is if someone's sense of freedom and happiness didn't feel like it was quite lining up or making a difference in the past, and over time it was like really wanting that to be the goal, okay? And again, with this claw here, this is about manifesting something. Perhaps when we move back onto the black mat from here over here, again, this would be more future, current, present energies. It's like now with that masculine energy here and this masculine energy here, as a stereotype, when we're talking about divine, highly divine vibrational masculine energy, and we all have masculine, feminine, right? This is about being proactive or assertive or more aggressive with someone's health here, okay? Now, if we go this way, Capricorn, I'm just going to turn it over so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, this is the snake vertebrae bone. Okay, so anytime we talk about the back, all right, this is about our support system. And when we talk about snakes, they're about shedding their skin and they represent change and evolution, right? And so maybe someone's support system, whether it's romantic partner, friends and family, self-love, all the above, etc. Maybe it was changing, okay, or is still changing about maybe who is supportive of trying to have and manifest this more healthy practices and environment, okay, for someone's body and mental health. Now, I also see here, Capricorn, with the first honeybee, this is my symbol for individual power and community power. So this is some body or some energy that's like, what's my individual power in terms of my own body and mental health? But then what's also, excuse me, let me turn that down. What's also the community sense of power? So whether this is because we're in body and mental health, a doctor, physical trainer, a counselor, a mental health care practitioner, whatever it is, okay, or just people, friends, family, again, our support system, romantic partners, like what is their responsibility, let's say, so to speak, to try to have us be more healthy or someone else be more healthy. Again, we saw Cupid back here, half in the past and half in the future, current present energies, kind of pointing out that past energy of somebody or some energy being irresponsible. So that's probably, again, some of that kind of community effort, like wanting someone to better themselves, okay? All right. Now, as we keep going, and I forgot to flip this over earlier, but it's no big deal. It's a little bit easier to see, but that is our buckeye right there, okay? And hopefully this camera will focus. There we go. This buckeye represents abundance, right? So a lot of abundance here for someone's body and mental health, and that is beautiful, right? So abundance is whatever we want to get in terms of our health, okay? And I really like that it was right in the center of that figure meditating. So for each section here, we have a heart. You can't see all of it. In spiritual unconscious, we have a cross. In work and money, we have a money symbol, right? And then here, for body and health, we have that little figure meditating. So this was right here in the center. So I definitely like that. It's like radiating some kind of abundant energy from the inside out, right? And not only that here, Capricorn, this could be because someone has been with the listening bells right here on the line as well, listening to, again, the community effort, okay, with doctors, teachers, mentors, guides, physical trainers, blah, 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 all that stuff I mentioned before, and also our individual power, how we can affect our health, okay? So definitely I like that the listening bells are here. Now, as we go this way, I forgot to mention before, but not necessarily forgot because now we're getting to it now, is that whatever falls in the center circle, it affects all the different areas throughout the reading, okay? So what we have, the big piece here is the alligator claw, okay? We have the bow and arrow, Sagittarius energy. We have the twin fish circling around each other, kind of half hiding behind. This is Pisces energy. And then over here, we have Saturn kind of hanging out or hiding, okay? So if you're a sun sign Capricorn or you have a lot of Capricorn in your chart, there's your ruler, Saturn. Okay, so what does Saturn have us do or influence us? It's about getting serious or organized or responsible with something. So what does the alligator claw represent? Not only good luck, okay, but also manifesting, because it's a claw, right? So it's reaching out for something with those nails, as you can see. So reaching out for more focused, serious energy, earth moving, slow energy, like you, Capricorn, but making it stable, okay? And this could also be about something with since we're still talking about body and mental health, what are our body and mental health goals here? Now, this could, for some of you guys, have something to do with the Sagittarius or during Sagittarius season, or you have Sagittarius in your chart. But if it's not that, that's okay too. It's just about those goals. And it's saying here, Spirit, this message is saying here, Capricorn, that there is something that needs to be more going with the flow in terms of our body and mental health goals, not being so stubborn, right? Letting in those new ideas that we saw all the way out there with the lightning bolt. Okay. Now, also, same thing that we said about the Sagittarius here, Capricorn. This could have something to do with the Pisces or during Pisces season, or where you may have Pisces in your chart. Okay, so you can see the fish better there. But if it's none of the zodiac things, that's okay too. It's just really about where do we go with the flow and be more flexible, going back to that dog ankle bone, and not fight against the tide. Okay. So I really like that. Okay, so that seems pretty straightforward as far as the body and mental health section. So now I kind of want to move over into your next busiest section here, Capricorn, and this is relationships and love. Okay, doesn't mean that there aren't other things going on in these sections, but this is where Spirit may want some of you guys to focus more, because that's where it fell. Okay, so let's see here. And also, we know both of your skulls being here and them touching these things that are on the line, it's also crossing into this side. So someone thinking a lot about, or the energy, if it's not you, another person, not only body and mental health, but also relationships and love. Okay. So before we get into the center stuff, I want to look at what's on the outside, okay, in that past energy that may be impacting some of this too. Okay, so the first thing that I see here at Capricorn, we have that raccoon claw over here that we talked about a little bit, and then we have the crown here and a puzzle piece. If we go this way, I forgot to flip this over, this is our listening seashell. Okay, so if it was a bigger one and we put it up to our ear, we could hear the ocean. This is the whale vertebrae backbone piece. Okay, we've got the lizard here, we've got the mountain charm, we have the safety pin, we have the strawberries, and then that's my symbol for Capricorn. That's you, Capricorn, or depending on where you have Capricorn in your chart. Okay, so let's pull back out and see kind of what this story is saying. So if somebody in the past, okay, and this could be a couple of weeks ago, days, months, years, etc., whatever the past is for you or someone else, was maybe trying to manifest more confidence and or possibly leveling up, okay, with the crown in one relationship or multiple relationships. Now, when we say relationships, just like I was talking about Cupid over here, it is romantic, platonic, with friends and family, and self-love. That's what I mean when I say all the relationships, okay? But yeah, somebody or some energy perhaps wanted to be more confident or to level up or take things to the next level here, and it was a big piece of the puzzle, okay? And somebody perhaps was, you know, unfortunately, it's still present a little bit here, but maybe somebody was listening to the wrong information or some stagnant energy, okay, a little bit here, but that's okay, because they still have some really other amazing things. But you know, everything happens all to us from time to time, okay, we are human. But this listening seashell and then going and touching that lock, it's like the energy didn't want to shift yet, or it's still a little bit stagnant or dry, or the air is not moving right, like we need that fresh air to come in. I can also see here in the past, okay, with this whale vertebrae or the backbone piece, something about our support system in terms of our relationships, right? So our relationships supportive for ourselves and for others is kind of showing up here. And then this here, I really like, Capricorn. It's like if there were some challenges, okay, with the mountain charm right here in the center that are still going on a little bit, in one relationship or multiple relationships, on either side, there's safety and there's healing. Okay, so that's beautiful. So going over the relationship details maybe started here in the past with the strawberry. And then with your symbol here, Capricorn, this could have something to do with like you are going to start in February feeling more like yourself. Okay, let's say if you're a sun sign Capricorn, or even wherever you have Capricorn in your chart. It could also be for some of you guys dealing with another Capricorn, or even Capricorn season of this year, of last year, of next year, etc. Right? But it's really about those Capricorn qualities. Okay, so being resilient and not giving up in something, traveling difficult paths, okay, or challenges, relationship challenges with the mountain charm, and still finding a way to not give up. So when you do this, or when somebody else does this, Capricorn, it is a catalyst for all this beautiful abundance to come in here with the money bags. And look at this. If the support was lacking before, okay, here you have two other backbone pieces. So now we have the fish vertebrae backbone, and then here we have the armadillo vertebrae backbone piece. Okay, and what is right next to it? The key. So answers perhaps coming from your support system, whether it's friends, family, romantic lover, etc., etc. Okay, or just that supportive energy showing up, okay, to help you with the relationships or help someone else, however you take it, right? This reading. Now, as we go this way, Capricorn 2, another beautiful symbol for good luck. You've got one here and then one here so far. So you have the bat. So the bat is a good luck symbol, lots of different cultures. And then, of course, over here we have the horseshoe and the ladybug, all right? But the bat also represents subtle vibrations and communicating with our voice, because bats can't see, they're blind, so they just use sound and echolocation to communicate. So this showing up here too could just be a reminder, like, well, how do we get away from listening to stagnant old energy that no longer resonates in our relationships with ourselves and others? One of the ways to maybe get rid of that stagnant energy or turn it off or stop listening to that is to communicate right from our vibrations, and really making it clear to ourselves and others, just being clear in our communications, right? So that definitely makes sense there. Now, as we go this way, Capricorn, we have the corn charm, and then we have the turtle here. So this is about planting seeds of substance in our relationships, not just what do we call it, superficial relationships. Okay, so if it was a flower, we would plant that for it to be pretty. But here for the corn, if we're allowed to eat corn, right, if we like corn, we're going to eat that corn. So it's about planting something like deeper relationships that really provide something for ourselves and others. So there's a need to go slow here with the turtle, again, because we have a lot of movement in this section and changes, okay? And then there still could be some questions here with the question mark, okay? That's either you're having questions or someone else, multiple people, or just the general environment situation. But I really like this very close to it. We have the witch charm here, Capricorn. So this is my symbol for a friend, a group of friends, or a friendly type of energy. And it was kind of like that. I just wanted to show you what it looked like. It was leaning over or very close to touching the skeleton hand. And what is underneath the skeleton hand on this side, okay, is the frog, all right? I'm going to turn that down in just 1 second. I'll put this down. All right. Yes, just a dumb commercial in the background. But here, what this is saying here, Capricorn, this is just like your coffin over here with the skeleton hand. This is another symbol for passed on loved ones, friends, family, ancestors, spirit guides, guardian angels, and this friendly energy. Both of them are your spiritual team, okay? Both human and alive, and passed on the other side, however you want to say it, perhaps wants this leap of faith here for you or for someone else, okay? And what does a leap of faith mean? It means trusting in something where we don't necessarily know what the outcome is going to be, but we do it anyway, right? Now with this also touching the fork, if you guys can see that there, it's kind of hiding, this is asking us or someone else, what are we digesting in terms of our relationships? Okay, all types, romantic, platonic, self-love. And when we go this way, Capricorn, we've got the elephant here, and an elephant is on top of the mermaid. Let me move this so you can see a little bit. Okay, and then we have the dragonfly, and we go this way. We have one of the coyote claws, and then of course the scissors back here. So, excuse me, here Capricorn, this is like this other second raccoon penis bone, because remember you have the first one here, I have two in my kit, is masculine energy, being proactive, assertive, aggressive in a certain sense. Spiritual team wants someone to be proactive with asking these questions. Well, what kind of relationships do I want? Well, what are the kinds that I'm manifesting or digesting, right? This can go back to even memories from the past here with the elephant, since elephants never forget. And it's memories with the mermaid, just like the little mermaid. She's longing to be a human. She's sitting on the rock and looking out, right, at the human world or the land. So it's like longing for something from a long time, or longing for something from past lives even. So there's memories of that are connected possibly here to someone's dreams and goals and what they want to manifest with their relationships, okay? So there is a need to, again, cut something away with the scissors here when someone or some energy ask those questions. What am I digesting in terms of my relationships? Also, if we're going to make a leap of faith, we might have to leave something behind, leave something that, again, no longer resonates or is useful, and leaving one part of the land and hopping over to another part of the land. Or for the frog, one lily pad to another lily pad, or, whatever kind of visual makes you kind of get that. But there also, and let me put back your seashell here, Capricorn, it was right here. This is like beautiful feminine energy coming in. So divine, highly vibrational feminine energy. So as a stereotype, and we all again have masculine and feminine, but feminine energy would be that soft kind of receiving energy. So masculine and feminine, right? So I like that both of those are there pretty close together here, Capricorn. But it does look like there is some type of message, okay, over here with the envelope charm. This could be a message that you give or someone gives to you, or it comes in general from your spirit guides, guardian angels, okay? But whatever, remember I've said before, but I'll say it again for especially the new people, whatever falls in this heart, this represents heart chakra energy, okay? So not only is there feminine, open, soft, receiving energy, there's a message or opportunity coming in or going out. We also have, remember over here, this is Saturn. Okay, Capricorn, there's your ruler. And the camera doesn't want to focus yet, but it will. Maybe I moved too fast. Come on, camera. Sometimes. Let me see if I focus on my ring. There we go. Check out my new ring, y'all. That's from my cousin. Shout out to my cousin. Okay. I think it's focused. So here, Capricorn, that Saturn energy wants to come in and make someone or you or the energy more serious with manifesting the good luck in the heart chakra. So that also applies this way, okay? Now if we go back this way to that second raccoon penis bone, Capricorn, on the other side and right on the line here, is first thing is the seahorse, okay? So this is my symbol for family, okay? It can be blood family, it can be whoever you consider your people, your group, a tribe, your trusted people, whether they're related blood family or not, okay? And then here we have the deer tooth. So chewing over and digesting something about family. What does my family look like? What kind of family do I want to manifest? Again, in my relationships with myself and others is definitely part of this. It could be a message from a family member or from someone who you consider your friends and family. It could be lots of different ways that that happens since it is a general reading, okay? Now, as we go back over this way, this last little group of things here that we haven't talked about yet, okay? And I'm just going to flip this one over. We got the peace doves over here, but let's kind of start from the top. So here we have the cloud, we have the chair, we have Pegasus the winged horse, we have the leaf here, okay? We have the hummingbird hiding underneath, we have a coyote penis bone here, we have the apple, we have the peace doves, and then we have another raccoon claw. So here, Capricorn, this could be, there's some confusion here, something about relationships in the home where we live with other people. But it also could be about where do we feel at home in our relationships, right? So there could be something like still a little bit confusing here, okay? But Pegasus, the winged horse, represents freedom. So perhaps in order to feel more free, there still needs to be some clearing and cleansing here with the leaf. If we go back to the scissors, right, cutting away or cleansing things that are no longer useful, okay? And what I really am seeing here, Capricorn, especially with that hummingbird there, the hummingbird is my symbol for doing things that you're naturally good at, okay, and not caring what other people think. So the hummingbird flies backwards, and it's different from the regular birds that fly forwards, but it gets the sweetest nectar and it's the fastest bird. So here it's like there's a real message here about doing things at home or with that sense of feeling of trying to find a feeling of home in our relationships, to keep doing and trusting your own intuition with that. And again, not necessarily caring what other people think when you are trusting your intuition, okay? So you can hear somebody out and value their opinion and think about it and listen, but ultimately it's going to be up to you to use your own intuition here. Now here we have again masculine energy, being proactive and assertive with all these clearing and cleansing things. But here too, Capricorn, this could have something to do, with a teacher, a mentor, a guide, or your own leadership qualities here. Somebody or this energy really wants to help clear these things with you, okay? Because if someone's serious about, I want more peace in my relationships or peaceful energy in my relationships, I see that really wanting to be manifested here as well. All right, so yeah, I'm going to kind of, the last thing I'll say here that was also right on the line, okay, following out this way into the past, is if there is one wish or multiple wishes for a relationship, or again, different types of relationships, that could also be a catalyst for what is going on here in the future present energies, okay? So lots of definite changes happening here, okay? Now, if we pull further back, remember, whatever falls in the center circle affects all the different areas. So remember, we had the bow and arrow, so goals, okay, and targets, Pisces energy, Sagittarius energy, going with the flow with our goals and targets in our relationships, and being more serious about what we're manifesting, getting organized, slowing down a little bit, okay? So just keep that kind of in mind. So now I think we're going to go ahead and move into your work and money section here, Capricorn. Okay, so I want to again look at kind of what's in the past and then kind of go more into the future, current, present energies. But we can see in the past here, we have that wish charm, but it also is right on the line, so it applies over here as well. We have the butterfly, we have the bicycle, we've got part of the broom coming off here. We have the baby inside of the turkey wishbone. We have the seashell charm. We have the feminine charm, and we have, yeah, it's still kind of right on the line too. This other human tooth bone here, and just a little bit of the angel coin, okay, being right on that line. Excuse me. So, here, Capricorn, it's like there was definitely some type of transformation that happened in the past here in terms of somebody's work or money or finances or how they felt valued or how you were feeling valued. There was definitely a big wish or group of wishes here again in the past. There was a lot of movement and change with these transformations, and there was like some cleansing energy that also started, or clearing away of something in the past. Now, as we go this way, it could be that in the past there was some kind of wish here for something to do with either your children, someone else's children, or just a childlike energy here, Capricorn. Okay. And this was somehow connected to, again, what we do for work or with the work, the money, the finances, or the values. This could have been a wish from a really long time ago or even past lives, right? But it had a lot of feminine energy around it, being soft, open, and ready to receive. So someone could be still in the current present energies, but it started in the past, chewing over and digesting something to do with higher vibrational energy. We're talking about angels, spirit guides, ancestors, etc. there with the angel coin. Okay, so perhaps somebody or some energy was like, is my spiritual team here? Are they even helping me with this? Well, I just asked that answer. I just asked that answer. I just asked that question randomly, and it's almost like the next thing I was going to say was going this way, and they're like, yes, right? That's the yes coin. So they are here, Capricorn. Okay. There also is, again, whatever is on the line affects each section in a different way a little bit. But this is also on the line. So now we're going to talk about this a little bit in terms of work and money and finances. Okay. So here, Capricorn, somebody could be you or someone else or an energy trying to manifest more peaceful, vibes or environment with the work, the money, the finances are being valued. Somebody or some energy could also be working with a teacher, a mentor, a guide, someone that has more knowledge than you, or it could be your own leadership qualities here too. But this coming in and cleansing and clearing again with the leaf here, wanting to possibly have more freedom at home or with the home. Something about home is big here. Okay, so if you want more freedom, maybe it's like working less or having more money, whatever, or both those things, right? Be different for everybody, but there's a little bit of that confusion energy with that. But if we focus again on what the hummingbird represents here too, is doing things that we're naturally good at with the work, the money, the finances, or being valued if we're no longer working, right? Just the sense of being valued. That's a big thing. So doing things that we're naturally good at. For some of you guys, this could have something to do with even working at home, okay, or where you live, right? But if it's not that, or in addition to that, it could also just be like, where do we feel at home with the work, when we're working, with the money, the finances, okay? So again, there's a little bit of confusion there about that. But remember, if we also go this way, let's turn that down, Capricorn, we have all this beautiful supportive energy here with the fish vertebrae, and then the armadillo vertebrae piece, and then the key charm here, okay? So vertebrae, okay, fish vertebrae, backbone, armadillo, vertebrae, backbone. So that's our support system, whether it's friends, family, romantic partner, etc. Since we're talking about work and money, it could be coworkers, it could be a boss, whatever it is, there could be some answers here with that. Okay, so trying to work through any confusion and focus on, you know, what you're naturally good at or someone else's, and focus on, I still want to be peaceful. I want a peaceful environment at work or with the work or the money or the finances. Now, as we go back this way, again, with this feather here, Capricorn, there is a need to do some clearing here to continue the clearing. So you have the leaf and the feather, okay? So both clearing and cleansing. Now, as we go this way, Capricorn, we have this deer tooth also right on the line. We have the seahorse, and then we have that raccoon penis bone as well, okay? And they're touching each other and all these other things. So we'll talk about that again too. But here, someone could be thinking a lot about family, and this could be about blood family, okay, your relation, people you're related to, but it could also be whoever you consider your family, your tribe, your friends, your people, your trusted people, right? So there is this masculine proactive energy around this. Okay, maybe perhaps needing to be or working on being more proactive with this. And then we have that envelope charm on the other side. So it's a letter, message, document, communication opportunity that you give or someone gives to you, or it comes in general from your spiritual team. And this here has something to do with memories from the past or even past lives, about our dreams, our work and money and financial dreams, and being open and ready and soft and receiving with that feminine energy, but also with all those things still touching the fork as well. What are we digesting, okay, in terms of our work, with the work, the money, the finances, okay? Because your spiritual team here, also with the skeleton hand, passed on loved ones, friends, family, ancestors, spirit guides, guardian angels, they're suggesting or putting a blessing on some type of leap of faith here, Capricorn, okay? Again, whether that's you or someone else or just an energy situation, kind of whatever your situation is, okay? So this is really beautiful though, and I feel that knowing that your spiritual team is there, right? Remember, you had angel coin here, you had the yes coin here, and then the skeleton hand here that's touching all these things and then crossing the line back into work and money. They're definitely here, okay, and putting this blessing or wanting you to have this blessing. So that's really nice. If we go this way, Capricorn, we got the fish charm here, and then look, 4-leaf clover, beautiful good luck coming in. We have the bobcat tooth here, and then we have another coyote penis bone over here. So this is about success and prosperity and good luck with the work, the money, the finances, or being valued. And someone is chewing over and digesting this, but it's also about something about doing this in a very natural way. Okay, so bobcat tooth, if we think about cats, whether they're domestic cats or wild cats, right? They do things in this natural way. They have their boundaries, and they always do things on their terms, right? So there's some kind of message here about if you do that or someone else does that to the best of their ability with the work, the money, the finances, perhaps there's going to bring even more good luck and success with that. And double, right, with both of these penis bones, raccoon penis bone and coyote penis bone, masculine energy, being more proactive or aggressive or assertive in a certain way, okay? Now, as we go this way, Capricorn, we have our second honeybee here, and it's touching the yin and yang. And then over here, we have the ship charm. So the honeybee is another, or is my symbol for individual power and community power, right? And then with this being the yin and yang, balanced energy, it's like your spiritual team here, Capricorn, is asking, well, what is my individual responsibility at work with the work, the money, the finances? And then what's the community responsibility for the work, the money, the finances? Okay. Whether that's community, like talking about politics or government. I don't really talk about that stuff on this channel, but that could be one aspect. Or it could just be your coworkers, your boss, right? Whatever it is. Or if you work for yourself, it's going to be different for everybody. But there's like a thinking about that, or need to think about the individual power and community power and how to find a balance there. Now, this could have something to do with travel or being near water, which is very healing, okay? You know, when we travel, sometimes even if it's just within our state or just taking a different route to and from work or wherever you go, it can change our perspective and help us. So maybe this is even just about perspective, individual community perspective with the work, the money, the finances. Now, as we go this way here, Capricorn, we have the water charm, and it is next to the ship anchor. So this represents emotions here. There's a lot of emotions about our sense of safety and freedom with the work, the money, the finances, or being valued. Okay. So actually we have 3 cleansing agents here. So we started a little bit in the past, I forgot, with the broom here. So that's clearing and cleansing, sweeping out the old, making room for new, right? Then we have clearing, cleansing, feather. Then all these things crosses the line and they're touching each other. And we had that leaf, right? So clearing and cleansing is really big too in the work and money and finances. All right. But the last thing I'll say about this section here is, you know, with this wish in the past that has something to do either with your children or someone else's children, or just a childlike energy, okay? So it could even just be like, well, how can I feel again more free, more childlike, have more peaceful energy with the work, the money, the finances? That's still kind of showing up here, okay? But who wouldn't want that? So I definitely like that, okay? All right, so now as we go to your last section here, Capricorn, there's a lot of good luck here. And it could be that the reason why this section is so bare compared to the others is Spirit wants you to focus more on these other areas, right? So body and mental health, relationships and love, and work and money. Here, it looks like there's still some things going on, but energy maybe needs to be focused more on those other areas. All right. So this is really interesting, Capricorn. If we look at the past energy, we have 2 human tooth bones, both in the past. So whether it's you or someone else, a couple days ago, weeks, months, years, etc., perhaps someone was thinking a lot about, how do I have more good luck, you know, with my spiritual unconscious? You could also call this your intuition, right? You call it the intuitive section, what you feel when you're alone at night, when you're sleeping, etc. Someone was thinking a lot about that in the past and still currently. Now, also here with the listening bells, it's like chewing over and digesting and listening for perhaps even more abundance here with the nutmeg. How do I have more spiritual, intuitive, unconscious abundance? Now, then we have the cup here, Capricorn. We have the conch seashell feminine energy, and we have the book charm. So here, you know, when we're talking about our emotions and our intuition, they are an asset that they go like hand in hand. Your intuition isn't just emotions, it's also common sense, right? And logical thinking, but it starts with the emotions, and then it's like shifting through the emotions, sifting through it, and finding, you know, what can be applied with the power of the emotions with your intuition or someone else's, or just the environment, but also with that logical mind. Because here there could be some type of spiritual information with the book charm there. So this could be a spiritual download, unconscious download, whether you're sleeping or you're awake, okay, doesn't really necessarily matter, but it's like this feminine energy is is naturally good in this. The feminine energy is really good in the spiritual unconscious section. Doesn't mean we don't also have masculine there, but it's not in a hurry as much, and it's not like overstepping or it's we need both, right? We need masculine and feminine, all the different areas, but here it really makes sense, okay? And especially here too, Capricorn, or depending on where you have Capricorn in your chart, if you're that earth sign energy, then we have this water coming in, okay? That could be maybe you've been working on this for some time, or someone else has been, because again, they're spiritually listening. Someone has been spiritually listening. They're still spiritually, unconsciously, intuitively listening to bring in their good luck and their abundance. Now, over here, if we go this way, we also have Leo the lion, okay? So this is strength, this is passion, this is creativity and courage and all those things. So this could have something to do with a Leo, or during Leo season, or where you maybe even have Leo in your chart. Could be a clue, your birth chart. But if it's none of the zodiac frequencies, it's just really about, well, how do we have the passion and creativity and courageous energy with our spiritual unconscious, with our intuitive side, right? Now, as we go this way, again, chewing over and digesting, you had one human tooth, second human tooth, now you got a bobcat tooth. So a lot of thinking, okay? Chewing over and digesting here. And it's thinking about, again, success, abundance, right? Prosperity and good luck, okay? So that's why I feel like this section is so bare here, Capricorn, because someone is already doing this, okay? You or someone else, or just the energy, okay? But this is really nice, all right? So yeah, that is your reading, Capricorn. I hope some of that, makes sense at some point, if it doesn't already. But yeah, you guys take care, and thank you, of course, as always, for your views and likes and subscriptions, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube, or later on Instagram or TikTok. Your shares of the video or subscribing for free just lets you know when I put out new videos. All those things do help my channel, since I do these readings for free if you feel guided. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and clear the energy from Capricorn and switch over to Aquarius. I'm going to put the camera back up for a little bit while we, kind of cleanse this out. Shift and cleanse this out. But yes, Capricorn, enjoy this time period. All right. Let's see if we can put this back roughly like that. Okay. All right. So we're going to put all the bones and charms in the bowl here and let it chill a little bit with some crystals. We're going to do another sound bell and clear the energy. And then we'll see what messages Spirit has for Aquarius for February. All right. And I can't remember if I said it in the January reading for Aquarius. I might have, but for all the sun sign Aquariuses, if you haven't had your birthday yet as of February 11th, which is today, happy birthday. Okay, right, since we're in Aquarius until about February 18th or 19th, so a few more days. All right. So yes, happy birthday. Okay, so let's put this kind of over here for a little bit and let the bones and charms rest. I'm gonna rotate this a little bit. Okay, got our sound bell. Oh, and then I think there's a little bit left of the incense. It didn't finish. Oh. So maybe I'll do that real quickly. So you can cleanse, right, with intentions, with sounds, with smoke, whichever options work for you. All right, so clearing the bones and charms. Clear, clear, clear. For you guys. Yes, yes, yes. A little bit for me. All right. Good, good. Okay, so put that up there. It's like an ash all over me, but it's okay. All right, so guys, now we're gonna do our sound bell for Aquarius. So again, if you want to, you can take a couple of deep breaths. If you're sensitive to sound, you can turn it down temporarily because it does get a little bit loud. But again, we are just clearing energy. So this is going to be for Aquarius for February 2025. Alrighty. I think that was pretty good. Good sound bell there. Got a little bit of our background jams going on. All right. So now we're gonna shake and shuffle the bones and charms in this bowl. And so that will make a little bit of sound too, but it's not for forever. So just bear with me. Thank you for your patience and understanding. All right. So spirits, please guide my hands. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for air sign Aquarius. Messages for air sign Aquarius. The water bearer, air sign Aquarius for February 2025. What do they need to see? What do they need to know for their highest good? Messages for Aquarius. Messages for Aquarius. Spirit guide my hands. Spirit guide my hands. Messages for Aquarius. Oh, get back in there. All right. Spirits guide my hands, please. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for air sign Aquarius. Air sign Aquarius for February 2025. Spirits guide my hands, please. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for air sign Aquarius for February 2025. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for Aquarius. Messages for Aquarius. Messages for Aquarius. For February. Messages for Aquarius. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for Aquarius. Messages for Aquarius. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for Aquarius. Alrighty. Put that over there. Let me just point the camera down a little bit more so you guys can see a little bit more. So I'm just gonna flip over and bring in some of the bones and charms. Doesn't change their meaning, it just will be easier for us to see everything. And then once I do that and I meditate real quickly on where Spirit wants to start this reading, then again I will be holding the camera so you can see better as well. Just again flipping over the ones that I can. Stay. All right, I think just flip over a few more and then we'll get started because I don't want to mess up the order of these. All right. I think that looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and take the picture here for you guys. Oh, wait. I'm all the way out here. See, that's why it's always good to check. Okay. We did our checks. Okay. So let me take a picture and then we'll get started. Make sure I get everything. Okay. And then, of course, I see them all the way out here. Let's take another picture. Are any other ones hiding? Like, really? Okay. Must be as accurate as possible with the picture. All right. I like to be anyway. Okay. So let's now figure out where Spirit wants to start this reading. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Spirits, guide my hands. Where would you like me to start this Aquarius reading for February? It's like these two areas are the hottest. Like right here, right here. Okay. So we're going to do this one. So what Spirit's telling me. So I'm going to kind of put my pen towards that area. But basically, for the people that are new or haven't been back in a while, there's different sections, right? So you got work and money, spiritual unconscious, relationships and love, and body and mental health. Your bones and charms, this reading, Aquarius, are pretty much in all the sections. So very interesting. But they want to start in spiritual unconscious right over here. So I do what they tell me to do. All right. So now let me get the camera and bring it down for you guys so you can see everything closer. Okay. So this is just kind of like that bird's eye view. I wanted to show you. And each of these sections are divided with that kind of dotted line that you can see on the mat. And then there's stuff in the center circle. Whatever's in that center circle that you can't really see all of right now will affect all the different areas, okay? But like I said before, they want to start right here in spiritual unconscious. So we will do that, Aquarius. You could also call the spiritual unconscious your intuition, okay, or your inner guidance system, what you feel at night when you're alone, when you're sleeping, etc., your gut reactions to things. And as you come to this reading, it could be about you or someone else or multiple people, kind of general environment situation. So always take it how it may resonate for you, since this is a general reading and not a one-on-one reading. Okay. So this was the hottest area, right, where Spirit wanted to talk about all these things right here. And they all are kind of touching each other and all kind of in the center. So it makes sense kind of, actually, now that I look at it, why they wanted to start here. So, Lord have mercy, Aquarius. It's not a bad thing. It's just like, there's a lot going on. Well, let's talk about the first biggest thing here that we can see besides the green lucky rabbit's foot, which is beautiful good luck in this section. We also have this first raccoon penis bone. So this does represent masculine energy, higher vibrational masculine energy. We got the bicycle over here, which represents a lot of movement because we're in spiritual unconscious or intuitive section. It could also be talking about astral travel, traveling in your dreams, or when you're awake too. You can also astral travel, all right? But again, it could just represent a lot of movement as well, okay? So we'll get into like what's in the past out here in a little bit, but again, they want to start here, so we're going to do that. So someone could be chewing over and digesting how to bring in this masculine energy in terms of their spiritual unconscious and their intuitive side, okay? Someone could also be like, how do I manifest working through the pieces of my spiritual puzzle that go back to these emotional memories here. So you have the puzzle piece, you have the water charm, which is emotions, and then you have the elephant. Elephants never forget, so the memories. The raccoon claw is how do we manifest these things, right? Because I also can see over here, Aquarius, if we go this way too, that we have the envelope charm here on top of the seahorse, okay? So the envelope charm is a letter, message, document, or communication or opportunity. And this could have something to do with family here, Aquarius, okay? This could be your spiritual family, right? Since we're in spiritual and conscious. It could be your blood family too, relatives, etc. Or it could be both of those things or just one of those things, okay? Whoever you consider your tribe, right? Your people. But there's a need to go with the flow here. And this is so beautiful. I haven't seen this in a very long time. Or maybe not, if not ever. I can't remember all the readings that I do, but we'll just say a very long time. Here is the key, okay, Aquarius, inside the twin fish. You can see that, the Pisces energy. So the key, how we get our answers, our spiritual, unconscious, intuitive answers, is needing to go with the flow, working with this water energy, Aquarius, and depending on where you have Aquarius in your chart, that's air energy. We're talking about water energy here, okay? So there's a need to go with the flow here about possibly some type of communication or opportunity that comes in or goes out, like we said. And going with the flow with this, not going against the tide, but going with the flow, being flexible, going through the water. Water is healing and also clearing something here as well, okay? And double masculine energy. So your spiritual team here, Aquarius, wants you to be more proactive or assertive in a certain sense with these things so we can clear some energy. We also have Cupid over here. This is my symbol for all forms of love, whether it's romantic love, love from friends and family, or even self-love. They're pointing to this Pisces energy, okay, this going with the flow to get the answers, okay? So this could have something to do with the Pisces here, Aquarius, or during Pisces season, or where you have Pisces in your chart, or it's none of those things or all those things in addition to it just being about going with the flow. If we keep going here, this Cupid and the feather are on top of the irresponsibility coin, okay? So there was an irresponsibility energy, either from you or for someone else, or just the energy, right? A spiritual, unconscious, intuitive irresponsibility. Someone not being responsible with their intuition. Someone not listening to their intuition. Somebody or some energy not respecting that or listening to that, okay? So that's definitely showing up here. This is not touching, but I was just flipping over the Buckeye. We'll talk about that later. But all these things are still touching, so we're going to keep going this way. Now, we had the feather, so clearing and cleansing. Now we have the leaf, another clearing and cleansing agent here, Aquarius. Then we have the bat, we have the question mark, and then we have the symbol for Capricorn here. Okay. So, Aquarius, excuse me, this could be about like, and of course it's touching um, the turkey wishbone and all these other things that we'll get into here too. But it's about clearing some type of subtle vibrations that maybe had that irresponsibility energy in it. But this irresponsibility energy, you know, even when it's cleared, perhaps it brings about these questions that someone has or energy has, perhaps about how much effort someone is putting into their spiritual unconscious, how much effort someone is putting into their intuitive nature here with Capricorn symbol. So this could have something to do here, Aquarius, with the Capricorn, where you have Capricorn in your chart, or during Capricorn season, etc. Or it's just really about the goat symbol being about this relentless energy, this not giving up, this hardworking energy to not give up. Okay. And somebody could really have been, either you or someone else, or the energy wishing for this, about how to be, again, with the second raccoon penis bone, more proactive and aggressive and assertive with bringing in flexibility here, okay? To be flexible with the spiritual, unconscious, intuitive nature. And also, there's something here, big Aquarius, about someone doing what they're naturally good at here with the hummingbird, and not caring what other people think about that, right? Because when we listen to our spiritual, unconscious, intuitive nature, right, and we're being responsible to those energies, respecting those energies, clearing things, right, being more flexible, that is very good, right? And when you do this, or when someone else does this, Aquarius, or just the energy shifts, what do we have on the other side that's still touching everything? Now we have healing, double healing energy. We have the ship charm, we have the lizard, and then we have the honeybee. Okay, so now possibly we can even talk about, again, something to do with astral travel, okay, or spiritual travel. Okay, again, doesn't have to be just when you're sleeping, right? But it won't be for everybody, that part. Is about the astral stuff, but it's really all about just movement and water, and how healing water can be. There's also something about here about individual support and community efforts with the honeybee. So if one honeybee decides to quit and it's like, I'm not working for this queen bee no more, and then they start influencing other honeybees, and then a bunch of them quit, well, eventually there might be a union strike and they all quit, and then there's no honey, and then the queen bee dies. So that's why the queen bee for me, why the honeybee for me represents individual power and community power. So it's like, what's our individual spiritual healing? What's our community spiritual healing, right? So that's kind of a big thing here coming in as well. So again, these things, well, not the chariot, but these things here are all touching each other and going back to where Spirit wanted to start this reading, in the spiritual unconscious, but they all kind of flow together, okay? Now, last thing I'll say about this here, because what's also touching this is on the other side, is we have this human tooth bone here, Aquarius. We have the mountain charm, and then we have the butterfly. So someone could be chewing over and digesting these spiritual, unconscious, intuitive challenges that maybe have led to this spiritual unconscious transformation for you, for someone else, or just the energy, okay? But even though there's a transformation, even though there might be some challenges, look at all this beautiful good luck, right? So someone also needs to listen to this with the listening seashell, or they will be, or you will be, or the energy will be listening for this good luck, okay? Yeah, there's just a lot going on here, but good stuff too. So now, since we're still in the spiritual unconscious and we just talked about all the things that were touching this in the center that we talked about, right? Now I want to go a little bit in the spiritual unconscious past and see how that may also affect things, and finish up talking about this section before we move on. So when we go up this way, and I might have just called you Capricorn, but I meant to say Aquarius if I said Capricorn. But here, Aquarius, we can see the cup here. We have one of the seashell feminine energy charms, represents feminine energy. We have the dragonfly here. We have the corn charm. We have the nutmeg. We have the lightning bolt. And then we have the lock here. Okay, and then a little bit of, well, let me see, is it touching? No, I guess it's not really touching the line. Okay, so just the lock then. Okay, so what does this represent here, Aquarius, in terms of our spiritual unconscious intuitive past? A lot of emotions about what we're dreaming for intuitively. We have feminine energy, and we're talking about as a stereotype, since we all have masculine and feminine energy inside of us, regardless of gender. That soft kind of receiving energy that is very supportive of the spiritual unconscious intuitive nature. Perhaps in the past here also somebody started to plant some seeds of substance. We have the corn charm here, so it's not just a pretty flower, it's something that we can eat. So planting spiritual unconscious intuitive things of substance in the past. Now, the past was the past. It could be a couple of days ago, weeks, months, years, etc. But there was a lot of abundance here too. And there were beautiful new ideas that were maybe busting and breaking away that stagnant energy in the past. Okay, so it was like both stagnant and new ideas coming in here. Okay, so these things perhaps can influence what is going on here in the current present energies. Okay. So as we move forward, the first thing we see here is the cloud. Okay, so there could still be a little bit of spiritual and conscious confusion. Okay, but then there's also success right over here. Okay, success and prosperity. And in terms of these nuts, right, you have nutmeg and then you have the buckeye nut. This one's bigger, and it's in not that it's competition, but it's in the current present energies. So maybe something started as some small spiritual abundance, what we wanted to manifest here in the past, and then it just gets bigger and bigger and growing and growing. Okay, so when we have lots of changes that we can see throughout your reading here, Aquarius, in all your different sections, it's normal to have a little bit of confusion. Now, this confusion, because of this other honeybee over here, could be about our sense of individual power and community power again, right? Remember, you had it back here that was touching all of these things and then coming back over. So that could be a little bit about what some of that confusion is. But don't get lost there, Aquarius, because you have all this abundance, you have all this good luck. Keep listening for that, as we know, right? And flowing through this transformative phase, okay? Ooh, child, that was a lot just for one section, but we got it. Okay. So, Spirit wants to intuitively make me go this way now. Okay, so we're going to go into body and mental health. All right, that's kind of where the next section that wants to be talked about. Okay. So we talked about some of the things that cross the line and go that way into this section in terms of spiritual and conscious, but now we're going to talk about it in terms of someone's health here. Okay, so this could be your health, body and mental health, or someone else's, or just the energy. Okay, but again, I want to see what's showing up here in the past first too. Okay, so as we pull out, we can see we have Saturn all the way out here in the past. All right, we've got the fork. You can see that little tiny fork. Okay, we have the 4-leaf clover lucky charm. Okay, we have the seashell, the conch seashell, feminine energy again. We have the seashell charm again, and then we have a little bit of the lock that was right on the line, so it also applies to this. So in the past here, Aquarius, in terms of somebody's body and mental health, there could have been like a real emphasis here on the past about something to do with nutrition, okay? But also it can be about what are we mentally digesting? Not only what are we physically digesting here with the fork, but what are we mentally digesting? So this started in the past, and it could be here, Aquarius, that this Saturn energy came in. The Saturn energy came in, and it was like making someone more serious or responsible and getting organized with their health, okay? And there was all this good luck with it as well in the past, and there was that feminine, soft, receiving energy showing up here. And it could even be that, you know, what was kind of a catalyst for this here, Aquarius, could be that in someone's past life, there was a lot of stagnant energy in their health. And maybe now in this life, someone's like, I don't want that, okay, from the past. That wasn't healthy, okay? Could be past life or just past in general. It doesn't have to go all the way back to past lives, but whatever makes sense for you, okay? And then as we move into the more current present energies, if we start over here, Aquarius, we have right on the line here the freedom cuffs. Then we have a piece of that whale vertebrae bone, the backbone here, okay? So it's like someone or some energy is trying to figure out, like, how can I have a sense of freedom, you know, in my body and my mental health, and how can my support system, whether that's my romantic partner, friends and family, and even self-love, how can they support this sense of freedom in my body and my mental health, okay? So that's definitely showing up here as well, Aquarius. Now there's a big focus here on environment, right? So this is like, Aquarius, and I'm laughing not for a bad reason, but just because it makes sense. And I think I'm a rising Aquarius, so I'm like, I get this, right? There is something that is in your environment, okay, or in someone else's environment, all right, where they could get some type of information about their health or someone else's, okay, that's like really interesting. It's like someone is reaching for and striving and manifesting for this information. Now, because we're talking about health and it falls right on the head of this person meditating, you can't see it right now because it's upside down, but this could be information from a doctor, a mental health care practitioner, a counselor, a trainer, what have you. Or it's not necessarily the more professional side like that in terms of medical and overall health. It could also just be some type of information that comes in from someone's crown chakra, because it's on the head. And remember, we had all that, we started in spiritual and conscious. We know there's a transformation happening here. So to receive some type of spiritual download, even about health, it makes sense, okay? Now, there is supportive energy that wants to come in here, Aquarius. Let me get a little closer and wait for the camera to focus. There we go. The light was like too bright at some points. Okay, let me just try to stay still. So we see the supportive energy that wants to come in with the snake vertebrae, but perhaps the supportive energy wants to change because it's the snake, right? So represents change and evolution, shedding the skin of the snake. So perhaps the people that used to be supportive, or the doctors or trainers, mentor guides, counselors, etc., maybe you're changing those people, okay, or they're changing, or something about the information with the support is changing the kind of whole like health environment here, going back to the spider and the spider web. And again, with that honeybee right here on the line, it's like individual power and community power. So what is you or someone else's or just the energy, what is their or your individual power about your health, and then what's the other people's power or influence or information about your health or someone else's too. Okay, because there is a lot of abundance here. If we go back to this Buckeye, all right, it's right on the line and it applies to this one too. But then there's also, okay, that irresponsibility there, okay, that is, connected to all those things that we already talked about that crossed over in the other section. It also applies to this section. So it's like if somebody or some energy was not responsible, okay, with their health, and it's still kind of going on, and this is making someone question something, like this needs to be cleared. Okay, so whatever is no longer useful, is no longer useful, is no longer helpful, it's not healthy, right? This needs to be cleared away with that leaf. Now this could go even in a more simple way to feel like less overwhelming to some people or to the energy, is what can we clear in terms of our subtle vibrations, the way we talk about our own body and mental health, the way that someone else talks about their own body and mental health. But how can we just get into that Capricorn energy and be resilient and not give up, right? Because what someone is wishing for, the energy is wishing for here, to go from the symbol for Capricorn to then the turkey wishbone again, is wishing for flexibility and wishing to be proactive and assertive, wishing for healing with the lizard, wishing for individual community power, wishing perhaps to travel, okay, to help the perspective here or to help the health. Maybe you're traveling to a certain doctor or gym or whatever it is. But it could also just be healing by water there with the ship charm, okay? And if we also go this way here, Aquarius, your loved ones, the people that love you and that you love, whether it's romantic love, platonic love, with friends and family, and even self-love, they want to help you clear, okay, that irresponsibility energy, all right? And then Cupid's arrow is pointing to Pisces, and Pisces has the lock, right? I mean, not the lock. Your lock was all the way back out here. That's the past. Over here, though, Aquarius, we have the key, right? So it's like going with the flow is part of the answer here with the health. This could be also about a Pisces during Pisces season, where you have Pisces in your chart, but it doesn't have to be that zodiac stuff. It could just be going with the flow here. Being proactive with both the second raccoon penis bone and the coyote penis bone, masculine energy, but also going with the flow. It's like both, okay? And then don't forget here as well, Aquarius, there could be a letter, message, document, a communication that you give or someone gives to you, or it comes in general. This could be about a family, blood family, or who you consider your tribe, but it's a big piece to the puzzle in terms of someone's body and mental health, okay? And a lot of this goes back to, and this definitely makes sense when we talk about health, is the water charm, okay, with the elephant, emotional memories, right? Let's see if the camera will kind of focus there. So emotional memories, whether they're good or bad or a mix of both, right? That's in the spiritual unconscious. That's part of mental health, and it definitely affects the body too. So that makes sense. Now, don't forget this though, Aquarius, on the other side, someone's chewing over and digesting. What are the health challenges, both mental and physical, and where am I or someone else on this overall health transformation? Where am I, or where's someone else, or where's the energy? Okay, so working through the challenges, because then on the other side, look at all that beautiful good luck. And your spiritual team wants you to listen to this, Aquarius. They want you to listen to this good luck, all right? What else? I think that's it for that section. I just want to make sure. Yeah, okay. We're good on that. So now, next we're gonna move, yes, into work and money. We're gonna work. Okay. So, when I said in the beginning, like, all of your sections here are very active and kind of busy, but the two busiest sections, actually, I would say, and it's so interesting because this happened for Capricorn, but in a different way. It's like both of the skulls, okay, there's two skulls in my kit, are both connected and are very close to each other. Capricorns didn't look exactly like this, and I did rotate the mat and everything, but where we see a skull can tell us a lot about where someone's mind is at, or where it was, or where it will be. So for you here, Aquarius, someone's mind is definitely at relationships and love and work and money. Those, yeah, for sure. But also they're like little tiny in the main circle. So it's like also your mind is on all these things, but really on these two, if we had to like narrow it down. All right. But definitely a lot of mental activity. So if you have a lot of Aquarius in your chart, and that's air sign energy, you need to ground at this time, not just for February, whenever you see this reading, right? Since my readings are timeless, because this is a lot of mental energy and just in general, okay? Side note, shout out is what I was trying to say. All right, so let's look at work and money though, okay? And I'll put this pen here and kind of see again where those dotted lines go out. So this is all past energy that's still in this section and applies to that. So we'll start in the past and then move forward. But don't forget here, whatever we see, Aquarius, look at all that good luck. Beautiful. All right, so don't forget that. So first thing that I can kind of see here all the way out in the past is the strawberry. We have part of the fish vertebrae and the armadillo vertebrae coming into, look at that, beautiful, another good luck, the horseshoe and the ladybug, and then the broom, which is then touching the coyote claw and then the raccoon claw. We'll come back to this. I'm just kind of pointing things out and looking at the overall story. We also have a little bit in the past here, Aquarius, is that yes coin. We have Libra energy, the balance scales. We've got the listening bells out here. We've got the scissors. We have the rope charm. We have the bobcat tooth. We've got the mermaid, okay? And that's pretty much it as far as the past, okay? So let's see what we got going on here, Aquarius. Looks like in the past, there was a lot of emphasis on, and it's still going on, finding a balance, okay? Libra energy could have something to do with the Libra during Libra season or where you have Libra in your chart. But there's a lot of emphasis on going over the details with the work, the money, the finances, or the sense of being valued. So this started in the past, and there was an emphasis on balancing these things, having an equal give and take, or even a sense of justice here. This could also have something to do with our support systems, okay, with all those backbone vertebrae pieces, and how to have good luck and keep clearing away what's what I'm trying to say here? With these two claws like this with the broom, it's like trying too hard. There's a need to clean a little bit up in the future, current, present energies with trying too hard here, Aquarius, whether this you or someone else or just the energy. It's like your support system, whether this is friends, family, romantic partner, all the things that could be your support system, is also like not only going with the flow, water energy here, Aquarius, it's also about being like having more of a hard outer shell here with that Aquarius, you are Aquarius, with that armadillo vertebrae. So you, Aquarius, having a hard outer shell is going to bring you more good luck in terms of your work or money or finances or being valued. Not like to the point where you're just an asshole or anything, or someone else, right? Or the energy, but it's striving for this balance. And this, why we have all this beautiful good luck here and other stuff we're going to talk about that's really good too in this section, is because in the past, over time, there was a lot of clearing and cleansing, cutting away of things that were no longer useful. Somebody was listening for that and doing that, okay? And this again could have something to do with something that's a long time coming, or even past life stuff here with the mermaid. Remember, she's longing to be a human and all that stuff with the little mermaid. But when we talk about too the bobcat tooth, it's chewing over and digesting, um, something with cat-like qualities, right? So perhaps in the past someone was chewing over and digesting like boundaries at work with the work, the money, the finances, but also like making it feel natural, making things not feel forced. That was like a big thing that was thought about in the past, okay? So just keep that in mind. Now, as we go back this way here, Aquarius, and let me just flip that over. Here I can see the ship anchor. We got the apple. Oh, we have the witch. And then we have the safety pin. So cute. So our sense of freedom and safety, we drop our ship anchor when we need to stop our boat, right? And we lift it when we need to go. So someone's sense of freedom and safety with the work, the money, the finances, was perhaps being influenced by a teacher, a mentor, a guide, and or your own leadership qualities or someone else's. And then it's like also supported not only with that, it's like doubly cute. That's why I said it was cute. The witch charm for me represents a friend, a group of friends, or a friendly type of energy. They're like, we got your back, you are safe. And that's so sweet, right? So this could even also, if it's a friendly energy, it could be coworkers, it could be bosses, it could be whatever it is. Okay, it's gonna be different for everybody. But I like that because it's freedom and safety, safety twice. Like you're safe here, Aquarius. Okay. Now, if we pull this out, so sometimes I get lost on the mat there. Here we have the frog. So there's some type of leap of faith, okay? And being proactive with this masculine charm here, being aggressive or assertive, chasing after something in a certain way with the work, the money, the finances. So that is really interesting. And when we go down this way, we have the yin yang all the way down here, not on the line, but almost there. And then it reminds me of, again, your Libra energy out here, half in the past, half in the current present energies, the striving for balance, the striving for equal give and take here. So you have, let me try to see. I like to count them sometimes. We got 1, 2, well, maybe only 2. I thought, losing my mind. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. We have 2 masculine energies here so far. So being proactive, assertive, right, aggressive. And then we pair that going this way with another human tooth bone and that coyote penis bone. And then we have Leo the lion here. Okay, so strength, courage, being not scared, right? So someone is chewing over and digesting how to also have more passion and creativity with the work at work, with the money, the finances, or being valued. This also could have something to do with a Leo or during Leo season, or where you may have Leo in your chart, etc. But I definitely like that for you, Aquarius. Now, if we go this way and move the peace doves over, let's see what else. Oh, look at you. Look at you, Aquarius. You got the money bags in the work and money section. I love that, okay? So that's like peaceful, abundance. There's another way to say it. I'm trying to think. It'll come to me in a second. But let's also move this head over. Okay, so here we have the crown. I'm going to flip over. And then we have the peace doves, the money bags, your skull. Then it's attaching to also the bow and arrow here and the other skull. So this is Sagittarius energy. This could have something to do with a Sagittarius. Sorry guys, my chair is just moving around. And this could be during Sagittarius season or where you have Sagittarius in your chart, okay? But this is about our goals, our work and money and being valued goals. So where do we pull back that target? And maybe the goal is to level up in some way at work with the money, the finances. So whether it's getting a raise or getting more responsibilities or having more confidence or one of those things or all those things, there's a beautiful way to be peaceful about this and also still get it. Okay, if that makes sense, guys. I really like that. But there's also a work transformation going on here. If we go this way with the butterfly, there was also some challenges because of the transformation, but all this good luck. So just keep focusing on the good luck. The good luck here, the yes coin, right? Good luck here, the lost my words. The horseshoe and the ladybug there, Aquarius. So also, last thing I'll say about this section is you could be receiving a yes or giving a yes, or this energy is just like, yes, child, get it, okay? So I definitely, I like that here for you, okay? Um, Now, where else were we? Well, that necessarily wasn't, well, we still have to talk about it because it crosses the line. Okay. So there is, and this is like the more positive side to it, right? To this transformation with work, money, and finances. But on the other side of that raccoon penis bone that's leading into, remember, that irresponsibility energy, whether this is you or someone else or just an energy, there needs to be a clearing away of that. All right. There needs to be a picking down and picking out these painful memories. I don't know why I heard picking down and picking out. It's like opening the scab, opening the wound to whatever these emotional memories are when it comes to the work, the money, the finances, or the sense of being valued. So that's a big piece of the puzzle with the puzzle piece there too. And when you or someone else does this, Aquarius, um, right? Like, let's say you had some really bad jobs or bad money memories or whatever it is. There needs to be a, like a, if the wound is infected, someone didn't put a band-aid on it or clean it with soap and water. Now the wound is affected, so we have to open it up again and pick and, what did I say? Pick it out and pick and whatever I said. Open the wound, okay? So when someone or you does this, or the energy though, Aquarius, then there could be a letter message document here with that envelope charm. It could be from family or about family, whether it's your blood family or who you consider your family, your tribe. Okay, but there's a real need to go with the flow here with whatever this message is, or opportunity, right? Whether you give it or get it. And bring in that Pisces energy. You can be aggressive, double masculine energy, but also go with the flow, because that's what your loved ones want for you. Okay, that's what they're pointing to, remember? And then if we follow this, because these are all on the line and the crossing back down here, they all also affect the work and money. If we follow this, Aquarius, right? And this was going that way, just turn it a little bit. Double clearing, right? So not only with the leaf, but with the feather, okay? Clearing vibrations of any type of irresponsibility energy at work with the money, the finances are being valued. If there's some questions about effort or should we give up, your spiritual team here, Aquarius, is like, no, don't give up, okay? It also could have something to do with the Capricorn or during Capricorn season, or you have Capricorn in your chart. But it's like, no, don't give up. What are you naturally good at? Remember with the hummingbird here, hummingbird flies backwards, but they get the sweetest nectar and they're the fastest bird. So what are you naturally good at in terms of work or money or finances or being valued? There needs to be a flexibility here with that and bringing that in. And that's when the healing is going to come with the work, the money, the finances are being valued. That's when the individual power and sense of community power could be coming in. This could have something to do with travel or just being by water with the ship charm there, okay? But your spiritual team, if we go this way, the last thing I'll say about work and money is right on the line here too with that skeleton hand. It's reaching for the sun, right? So your spiritual team, passed on loved ones, friends, family, etc., guardian angels, they want you to continue to reach for what makes you happy at work, with the work, the money, the finances. Okay. Very, very interesting. All right. So with that being said, we're going to finally come to your last section here, I believe, Aquarius. I almost called you Capricorn. Aquarius. So yes, we did do the body and mental. Yes, we did. We started here. We just did work and money. Yeah, so your last one is right here, relationships and love. All right, so we're going to look at what's in the past a little bit here and then move forward. All right. So we have two teeth out here. Okay, one is a human tooth bone and one is a deer tooth. Okay, so chewing over and digesting. Okay, Saturn showing up here. Saturn energy gets us serious or responsible, okay, with our relationships. And this started in the past here, Aquarius, whether this was you or someone else or just the energy, okay? But it was also about how to get back maybe a sense of purity or gentleness in our relationships. And when we come to this section, it's relationships and love, it's all types. I'm like a broken record, but I have to say it, right? So it could be romantic, it could be with friends or family, or even self-love. So getting back to these relationships, the sense of purity or gentleness. And then if we go that way, we have the baby, and then we have Pegasus, okay? So this could have something to do with either your own children or someone else's children in the 3D physical world. Or it could also just be about your inner child work here, Aquarius, okay? And finding some type of sense of freedom when it comes to our relationships. Because there's a big wish here, or group of wishes with the wish charm. And then we have your star here. So this is about following someone's North Star in terms of their relationships. So Saturn, again, came in here in the past and made us get more serious or responsible about one of these relationships or multiple relationships. And then here with the freedom cuffs right on the line, and then the whale vertebrae backbone piece here, Aquarius. It's like, where is my support from my support system, right? All the different relationships, but also where is the freedom from that support if it gets too heavy, right? Or if people are relying too much on your support and it gets too heavy, where can we find that sense of freedom? Okay, so that's definitely something that Spirit wanted to say about that. But also, if we go this way, right, whatever's on the line is also applies to this section. So your past on loved ones, friends, family, they want you to strive for happiness in your relationships and keep following that, following your North Star, what makes you happy in your relationships. And we can also see here, Aquarius, that right here with the angel coin, I just wanted to turn it around and see what was under it. Okay, we've got the coffin charm, and then we have the turtle. So your higher vibrational beings, whatever, your spiritual team, there's a real need to go slow here with the heart chakra because it fell right on the heart here. So there's something that they're saying, just go slow with a little bit, okay? And I'm not mad at that, right? There is also beautiful feminine energy coming over here, Aquarius, with the feminine charm. And then with the chair here, this could have something to do with our home, where we live, the people we live with, if we live with somebody. But it could also just be about where do we feel spiritually, not spiritually, sorry, where do we feel at home, like in our relationships? It could also be spiritually, but where do we feel at home in our relationships, whether it's romantic, with friends and family, and even self-love? Where do we feel at home in ourselves, right? The more proactive that someone is with this, and being flexible too at the same time, this is going to bring in healing, and it's going to bring in a greater sense of individual power and community power. Now, this could have something to do with travel or being near water, right? You could be traveling with somebody in one of your relationships. It just depends, okay? But it's like if there was questions, turn back this way, about putting in an effort or something to do with Capricorn or during Capricorn season, and that irresponsibility energy, someone not being responsible perhaps with their subtle vibrations in their relationships, that spirit is saying, don't give up. Don't give up all that hard work that you've done or someone else has done or the energy has done. Just try to remain flexible and still be proactive, okay? Because there's you're going through a lot of changes right now, Aquarius. Because we can see all these areas are active as hell, right? And that's not a bad thing. But we know whatever's touching and in the center circle affects all the different areas. So I'll sum up real quickly. We have a work and money transformation. We have a spiritual unconscious transformation. We have a body and mental health transformation. And we have a relationships and love transformation too, with that butterfly touching this, touching that, right? And crossing over. So that's possibly why I said I'm not mad that spirit is saying go slow here. Okay. And maybe also, if there was a question like, where is my spiritual team? Where's my support, spiritual support? They are here. They keep saying that, right? And they want you to keep striving for your happiness and kind of don't give up here. So I hope that makes sense. We made it through, Aquarius, through your very intense reading. But lots of good things happening, okay? So yes, we took your picture already. So that's good. And I'm just going to put the camera up here for a moment and kind of tune out and, not tune out, but say goodbye to you guys as I shortly tune out. As I tune out shortly from this video. Gosh, okay. So thank you guys as always for your likes, for your views, your shares of the video. It really does help my channel since I am doing these things for free. So if you want to share, whether it's on Facebook with other people that you think might enjoy this video, or share on YouTube, or share later on Instagram or TikTok, all the things, I do appreciate it. Hermes, you want to come say bye? But yeah, guys, I'm going to tune out here in a minute. I don't know why I keep saying tune out. Tune off, tune out, because we're going to get ready for the snow, right, Hermes? Yes. On the East Coast, we're supposed to get a lot of snow again, starting today and tomorrow. So we have to get ready, Hermes, because you're short, and last time it snowed, the snow was taller than you. So that was interesting. But anyway, enjoy this time period, both Capricorn and Aquarius. And we will see you guys back in March. All right, take care.